the first ever episode of Draft Off with Tari and Amari. I'm Amari Pollard here with Tari Kandemiri, and I just have to say, Tari, we're reunited and it feels so good.
We are back in action. The dynamic duo, lacrosse's favorite dynamic duo, is back.
We are. So, Tari, maybe we should explain to everyone what Draft Off as a show is.
That's a great idea, Amari. So Draft Off, our show, will play weekly throughout Athletes Unlimited's inaugural lacrosse season. Each week, we're going to talk about what's happening in the season, and we're going to draft our own teams and then compare and see whose team had the best points and whose players did the best. Then at the end of the season, we're going to tally up all the points from the players that we've drafted, and there will be one Draft Off champion who hopefully is going to be me.
Oh no, Tari. Wait, who won our trivia night? Was that
Didn't I win trivia? I think it was a tie. Okay, well, we'll come up with a tie. But as we know, only one team wins each game throughout the week.
That's so true. And it's great because this past Tuesday, we got to see the first draft. And I don't know about you, but going into it, I just didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what to expect. I mean, you have literally the best of the best competing every single week. We get to watch them play, and it's just nice to have pro women's lacrosse back.
Yeah, and so they're all drafted into 4 separate teams. What are your thoughts on each team itself overall? And then we can maybe go into what players we're most excited about from each team.
Definitely. So I think the way that teams are drafted is the most interesting thing about Athletes Unlimited. We've seen it play out in volleyball, we've seen it play out in softball, and now in lacrosse. Each of the weeks of play, different captains are going to be voted for, and then each captain will draft members for their own team. So we're literally seeing players we shuffled around every single week, and that's going to be so exciting. I'm trying not to be too biased, but Team O'Miller, the gold team this week, listen, stacked. Stacked. Gold is gold. Hashtag gold is goals.
As I was looking through each team, I felt bad because originally Kylie went last, and I was like, it might be hard for her, but I was like, dang, she really got such great picks.
I got to give a shout out to my favorites on Team O'Miller, Kayla Trainer. So recently announced as the Syracuse women's lacrosse head coach, the new head coach with Gary Gate moving on to the men's team. I just can't even imagine watching her play, being our player and saying, okay, that's my coach and she's a professional player. And then I got to give a shout out to Nicole Levy, one of my favorite attackers. You know, if you have kept up with Syracuse lacrosse in the past, you know she has the rocket shot. And when I saw the announcement that she was going to be playing, I was ecstatic.
As a former Tar Heel and as someone who, as everyone did, watched UNC really closely this past season, I'm so excited to see Kayla Wood and Caroline Wakefield return together on this defensive unit for gold. I mean, they are such dynamic players, and it's great to actually see the league celebrate cost turnovers. I mean, these players are going to get 12 points, and we've seen what they can do in a game. So I think the gold is just on offense and defense. It's just going to be beautiful.
They are stacked. And speaking of teams that are stacked, like every single team is stacked, next up is Team Benson. Team Benson, they're going to bring it too. Listen, they also have phenomenal players, including 2 of my favorite players. We've got Marie McCool, who I think will be taking the draw, and we know that she is a ball magnet on the draw and an offensive force. And then Kenzie Kent. Kenzie was one of the big 3 on BC's team, and just a phenomenal attacker who also played hockey. She played Division I hockey at BC as well. So dual sport athlete, now playing professional lacrosse. And I think we're just super lucky to get to watch her play again.
And just to piggyback off of your shout out for Marie McCool, I am so excited to see her play. She is so quick through the midfield. I mean, look at those legs. She has such tremendous reach with them and just so quick on the field. So I think players are going to have a really hard time getting past her and also keeping up with her. Also want to shout out Britt Brown. Like so many of these other players, she has tremendous history within the sport. She just keeps coming back. And I think it'll be great to see her in goal, to see the quickness, to see the strength, and just the ability to read the room, but I guess in this case, read the field. To round out that team, Sam Apuzzo on attack is just, again, just like...
We're speechless. We love everyone, honestly.
We really do. I mean, a decorated player just such commitment to the sport, to every moment during playing. And also Mira Shane in goal. I have to give love to the goalies. I think this is going to be such a, because of how this league is played, it's going to give them so much time. Well, it's not really going to give them a lot of time to turn it around, but I mean, we're going to really get to focus in on them. So I'm excited to see what she does in goal.
And last but definitely not least, we've got Team O'Donnell, the purple team. They've got Taylor Cummings at the draw. We know Taylor Cummings is phenomenal. The only 3-time Tewaaraton Award winner. 3-time. 1, 2, 3. Got to give a shout out to, when I think of my favorite goal in lacrosse, it is Sammy Jo Tracy's game-winning goal in the 2013 national championship for UNC. I know.
That's a good memory, girl. That's a good memory.
I can remember everything but the things I need to remember. I vividly remember watching that game, and I think I was there for that game too. I've been so many games. Watching that game, and I mean, what was it? Triple overtime. Everyone's exhausted. And this like speedy underclassman is just all over the field. She gets the ball, she takes the shot. I think there was a save on one side of the field, and then just the transition and the goal, and everyone erupted. And that was UNC's first championship. And so I think that Sammy Jo Tracy is a player that, you know, she had that really great moment. And sometimes in the conversation about great players that have come from UNC, I feel like she gets lost in the shuffle, which is insane because she's so good. And this is an opportunity for us to celebrate players like her, and every player that's done something amazing at the college level that now is at the pro level.
Honestly, that was like such a good description. I don't want to go after that. I feel like we could just end it there. Like, your picks are my picks anyways.
No, twins. So everyone, thank you for tuning in to Draft Off. We'll see you next week. Stay tuned for more amazing content on all of Athletes Unlimited social media. Lacrosse is here.